He's dead. Is Zansetsuken gonna kill him? No. The lowly bat. The humble bat. The humble bat. There you go. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain J, and tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. Because tonight, we are going back to the darkness. Yes, chaos and death and ruin. And we are running a card that I've really wanted to run since I first saw it, and I said, there's got to be a way we can really jank this up. So this is the big debut premiere of PRIMAL ODIN. How do we get it out here? How do we get the Zansetsuken win? How do we really make people hurt on this one? So a Rakdos Reanimator with all kind of trips, twists, tricks, all kind of crazy things in this one. And the darkness rises and there's demons and everything else. You get the idea. Hell is full. Before we get down to it, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button, because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to get attacked by the like and subscribe, which is a YouTube werewolf will viciously maul you and attack you for not liking the video and subscribing to the channel today. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for all live streaming goodness, for all we'd love to have you there live and in person on Twitch and on YouTube. Hit that bell to be notified when we go live, both of those places. We'd love to see you in the live streams. Check out our Discord community for all latest news, information, post your decks, ask questions. It's where our community lives. And of course, this deck and all the other ones that I build are going to be available down below on my AetherHub. So if you want a copy of what's going on here, go right down to the AetherHub and you will find it. All right. So what are we talking about when we say hell is full? Well, it really is. We're going to be bringing some stuff back. First things first, two removal. Bitter Triumph, my favorite removal, losing 3 life. We are going to gain life with this deck, so I'm not worried about the 3. However, more importantly, we can discard a card for free, which is actually a boon for us. We want our Reanimator targets in the graveyard as quick as possible, as quick as a cheetah right there. So if we have a targeted removal that also lets us stock our graveyard for our Reanimator protocols, boom, no problem right there. Good stuff. I'm also going to go with Demand Answers, which is a great instant. I like to play at the end of my opponent's turn. Discard a card, sacrifice an artifact, or discard 2 cards, and you draw 2. Again, this Demand Answers is very useful for pitching unnecessary mana or the stuff we want in our graveyard, our Reanimator targets, which we're going to get to in a second. You'll also see here that we have no 1-drops, okay? We have no 1-drops. We are 100% relying on hitting our combo as we go into later. This is not an easy deck to pilot. Let me put a caveat on this right now. This is not a cakewalk. You don't turn your brain off with this one. You need to play very, very tactically, and you need to know when to mulligan. You almost always need some sort of removal, Resentful Revelation, or Demand Answers in your hand, because if you don't keep cards flowing into your graveyard and into your hand, you're going to stall out and die. You need to hit the exact right line, and the best way to do that is with these card draw and pitch cards right here. So you need to pitch and draw. Demand Answers is a great one for that, so is Bitter Triumph. The new one from Final Fantasy, which, frankly, let me hype up this card for a little bit. I played this one last night as well. Resentful Revelations is a common. In my opinion, this is basically the black stock up. It's not an instant. However, it's a sorcery for 1 black and 1 that you can replay for 7. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them in your hand and the rest in your graveyard. Gorgeous. It lets you hand select a card off of the top 3 and then fill your graveyard with whatever you want. You want Primal Odin in there? Boom, he's in there. No worries. Resentful Revelation is super, super good. You need a mana fix? Boom, no worries. You need your Reanimator? You got it. This is very, very, very useful in hand selecting your card and then loading your graveyard. You can set yourself up for Reanimator. So if you pull something like a Zombify and a Valgavoth, you say, okay, Valg's in the graveyard, Zombify in my hand, boom, we're ready to go. So Resentful Revelation, please take a look at that. It is a very good card, and it's getting overlooked right now, I think. We're also going to go with Strategic Betrayal. Listen, man, those unit Reanimator decks are coming for us. Omni, it's coming for us. We need to hit more Exile. We need to hit and when we need to wipe out people's graveyards. It can backfire a little bit. Be careful if you don't have a graveyard full. If you get Arden the Usurper out, you might need to grab from your opponent's graveyard, and if you've been smashing their graveyard at every opportunity, you may be in a little bit of trouble. So don't overdo it on that. Don't overdo it on that, but just be careful. It is a great way of stopping that other people's Reanimator as we go. No 3-drops. Look at that, guys. That's insane, right? We go right to 4 drops, which is going to be the Zombify from Foundations. Zombify is an uncommon. Crazy that that's an uncommon. 1 black and 3. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your battle to the battlefield. The number one thing you want to reanimate, let me tell you, is Arden the Usurper. Okay, that's the number one thing you want to reanimate, because if he comes back, then at the beginning of combat he can bring another guy back. If you can't get him, I think you want obviously Primal Owner or Valgs. Valgs is very good against mono red because of the amount of power that he has, and he's just hard to get rid of and the life he gains. If you need a removal instantly, you can hit a Primal Odin who opens up with a removal. So that is what you're going to do. You want to shoot for Arden, but you'll take either one whenever you get it. The other card we're going to have is Rakdos Joins Up. Obviously, this is a lot of Reanimator, but we don't need all of it. What we really do need is 1 or 2 of them. We just want to make sure that we get enough of them. Rakdos Joins Up is very useful because it continues our demonic theme of 1 black, 1 red, and 2. 3, I mean, it's a 5-drop legendary enchantment with a demon on it, of course, Rakdos. Whenever it enters, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with 2 additional 1/1 counters on it. And whenever a legendary creature you control dies, Rakdos Joins Up, deals damage equal to the opponent that creature's power. So you're talking about legendary creatures now. You have Arden, who is legendary, and you have Valgs that's legendary. If they die, or if you activate the legendary rule and you accidentally or on purpose reanimate a second one, you could reanimate a second Valgs with Rakdos Joins Up and sacrifice it, and they'll do 10 or 11 damage to your opponent right there, 9 or 11 damage. Very, very useful card. The point is we want to make sure that we're getting Reanimator, we're getting stuff on the board, and we're punishing them for removing things and throwing damage, which maybe is not something they can recover from. I'm a little sad that they didn't make Primal Odin a legendary, but he's an enchantment creature, Saga Knight. So anyways, let's get to Primal Odin. This is kind of the star of the show here. First of all, his art is sick as hell. 2 black and 4. Almost never going to try to pay his full cost. The first thing he comes in, he's an enchantment creature. He's a Saga Knight. He is a 5/3. He is the Elder Primal Odin. He is returned to Eorzea. I guess that's the Final Fantasy XIV land. But Odin has been a summon for a long time in Final Fantasy. Gungnir, which is his spear. The first thing he does is he destroys target creature an opponent controls. Very good opening step. Zansetsuken is his famous instant kill card, his instant kill move. This is literally in Final Fantasy. If you get hit with Zansetsuken, he will kill you. Whatever character it was, they're going to be dead. So I think it was pretty cool that they put on the second one, this creature gains whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. Insanely powerful. He puts an enormous amount of threat on the board, and remember, if he opens with Gungnir, he is removing a blocker. If you know that they have blockers down, make sure that you hold up some of these removals so you can get your Zansetsuken win, which is really fun, to pop somebody for 5 and then they just instantly lose the game. A lot of fun. Then he goes away with Hall of Sorrow. You draw 2 cards. Each player loses 2 life. Very useful right there. So fun stuff to get Primal Odin. We're going to go with 4 of him right there. Aiden the Usurper. I've played him before. I played him in our Crazy Cactuar deck, but he's kind of back for demons on this one. I'm going to put that right there. He is going to be a 8-drop. No way we're ever going to hardcast him unless the game has gone terribly wrong right there. 3 black and 5, 4/4, Elder Human Noble. Demons you control have Menace, Lifelink, and Haste. Not only that, Star Scourge at the beginning of combat in your turn, exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you exile the card this way, create a token copy. That's it's a 5/5 black demon. So again, he is going to reanimate other cards that you have pitched. He will reanimate Odin and turn him into a 5/5 lifelink demon, which is awesome. He will reanimate Valg. He's already a demon. He'll turn him into a 5/5 with lifelink and Menace, which is super cool as well. He will grab opponent's cards from the graveyard and do that. So you got to be careful with your strategic betrayal if you're doing that again. But he is a monster. He is just a bad, bad man. So yeah, keep that in mind when you do that. Speaking of demons, think of reanimating these demons. I forgot about Unholy Annex here on the 3-drop. We do have a 3-drop. We're going to do 2 Unholy Annex. We don't want to go too hard on it because we do eventually get demons with this, as one does. And we do need card draw, but I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to really be spamming annexes because we get demons late in the game, and a lot of times they don't really help us too much. So 1 black and 2 at the beginning of your end step, you draw a card. If you control a demon, each opponent loses 2, and you gain 2. Great to do if you already have like Arden out, or if you already have Valgs out or something like that. That is actually really great to do, but you can also just take the hit in case you really need the card flow, or you need to hit Ritual Chamber, something like that. That's why I think 2 of them is perfectly fine. I think we don't need to overdo it on the Unholy Annexes as it goes. And of course, you know the guy. If he's on the table, you've already lost. He's my Valga Valga Voth. Little acapella rendition right there. 3 black and 6 Elder Demon. We're bringing a lot of elders in here. 9/9. Flying, lifelink, and ward. His ward is sacrifice 3 non-land permanents. He is really, really hard to kill. Really, 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 really hard to kill. He's not easy. And again, he is the bane of red. If you're on the play and they're on turn 3 of red, you get him out turn 4. Red is in a bad position. They're in a bad position because if they swing in, you're going to gain 9 life, and they just can never do enough damage, and they can never do enough damage to get rid of him. So he is a monstrously powerful card to reanimate, either with Zombify or Rakdos joins up as it goes. So the whole point here, guys, is to get Odin, Arden, or Valgs out on the board. Now, if you want to put Ultima in here, sure, you can put Ultima in here. I don't care. Or Bahamut or Ultima or whatever you want. For the Reanimator, it's a shell that you can put whatever you want into. You know what I mean? I don't even think I have anything. So if you want to put Bahamut in, fine. Yeah, great. Destroy 2 target permanents, Mega Flare, whatever you want to do. It's fine. I don't care. My main thing is I wanted to have a Zansetsuken, and I feel like bringing this guy back with Arden is very useful because he immediately kills somebody. So they actually need 3 blockers because the next turn he is going to be a menace. So they need 3 blockers because he's going to immediately kill 1 guy, and next turn they have to have 2 guys. Out. They only have 2 blockers. They're done. They're going to get hit with the Zansetsuken pretty quickly. So they either need to have 3 blockers immediately on the board when he hits, or they need to have a removal. That is a hard thing to win the game on. That's a big ask to have your opponent stop you right there. 11 Swamps, 5 Mountain, Blazemire Verge, Raucous Theater for the Surveil effect, Restless Vents for the discard and draw effect, and we'll go with Temple of Malice right here for a scry effect as well. By the way, 100% rotation proof. Do not worry about your cards on this one. Rotation is coming very soon, in about 33 days from when this video goes up. Don't worry about it. Everything that you build here will be legal for a while. You don't have to worry about rotation for that. That's why I have it on Alchemy, so it double checks it for me. It is 100% a standard deck. 11 creatures, demons, mostly elders, believe it or not. Demons, humans, knights, noble sages, 8 instants, 12 sorceries, 10 enchantments, 24 lands on that. A lot more black than red, but red is super, super important. On there, we have Obnixilis right there for funsies. Yeah, hell is full. Let me tell you about a special card that I didn't put in, that I forgot to put in the deck, but I think actually does belong in here. I like Garland, Knight of Cornelia. I actually forgot to put him in here, and I meant to. He's in the sideboard, but I feel like you could put him in anywhere in here. You could actually take him out instead of that, you could do Unholy Annex. You could put Garland, Knight of Cornelia in there. 3/2 Human Knight, legendary creatures. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Surveil 1. Again, Surveil is going to be super important because it helps you fill up your graveyard. That's the whole point. So if you're casting Bitter Triumph, Resentful Revelation, even Demand Answers, it's going to fill your graveyard backwards faster and let you pick the cards. So I actually think Garland is really, really good at. I completely forgot to play a couple of games with him so we could see how we do, but I think he's a good swap out for Unholy Annex overall. Again, the rest of it is pretty standard. A Braid for cracking open artifacts, Fear of Missing Out, you could throw them in there too. Nowhere to Run for your hexproof guys. and long goodbye for your hexproof or warded guys as well. But I'm gonna throw Garland in here, and I definitely want to see how he performs, because I meant to, and for whatever reason, I forgot. He also flips into Chaos the Endless, which is a demon. Also fits with the theme of Hell is Full. You can flip him at a very, very expensive cost, which, you know, I don't think is that great. He becomes a 5/5 flying demon, but still, his surveil effect for this Reanimator is actually a really good deal. So, Hell is Full. Odin walks the earth. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Don't forget to tenderly press that like button. It helps support the channel so much. It helps it go up in the rankings, does all that stuff. Standard ranked. Here we come. Let's do it. In my early access, I take full advantage of the fact that I don't got to pay for them fucking cards, man. That's pretty funny. Alright, I know to mulligan this. Decent. If there's something crazy, I'll fucking spam the shit out of that. I told you, listen, chatting, reacting, giving emotes, liking any interaction that you do with Arena is good. Like, there isn't a bad Arena interaction. I mean, there isn't a bad stream interaction. Please, you're not bothering me. I may miss your chat if it gets too busy, but you're certainly not bothering me by chatting. I'm like 755 plus gold packs and got one buster. There's so many cards I wanted. Yeah, I know. We're in an odd situation, aren't we? We're in an odd situation, aren't we? Let's grab the Arden. Okay, maybe we can bring back Arden. I don't know. We didn't get the mana that we needed. Carte Blanche, which stands for blank slate. Tabla Rasa, Carte Blanche. You have an open card to do what you would wish to do. Do whatever you want. Free permission. Carte Blanche. It's French. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Hey, look, a land. Alright, so if I don't get killed right now, I'll be okay. If I don't get killed right now, I'll be fine. I may get killed right now, though. This is a real possibility. If he's got a Monstrous Rage, because that's the problem with Monstrous Rage. Monstrous Rage would add 3, it would add 6 total. So that would be 12. It would be exactly what he needs. So if he has got a monster, he's got me. Not quite. No, that's it. Yeah, that's 11 on the head. Didn't even have enough removal early on there. If you have rares, dude, if you have 60 rares, dude, you have cards. Rares are meant to be spent. They do you no good sitting up there. What are you saving them for? You're saving them for fucking Edge of Eternities? Just fucking craft what you want, man. Ruthless Negotiation. Exile a card. We'll exile Strategic Betrayal. Rock's Theater. Take that. Man, these black discard decks have been taking off, man. They've been blowing the fuck up. Hey, what's up, Sage? Buggerman, 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 Buggerman. Buggerman, 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 Book him out, 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 book him out. Well, what if you have 500 wilds? Then you should probably do something with them. Bug him out, 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 bug him out. Hopeless nightmare. Alright, Zombify saves us. 8% chance of full save. There it is. Full save. Aiden. Because if he's on the table, you've already lost. If he has 2 forced sacrifices, we're good to go. He's got 1 sacrifice there.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate
Target player sacrifice the creature. It's more important that we keep Aiden the Usurper down. That's way more important. We don't want that. We want Gundisnir. We'll go in. Boom. Gopher. Bodstalker Caesar. Rakdos joins up.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Go in on him there. Let's do we want to do Rakdos joins up, or is he going to draw a discard? I think we wait for him here, and we hit him with Rakdos joins up. He may force us to discard it, and then get the full playoff on us there. Yeah, he got us there. He got us there. Again, if it's all kill cards all the way down, there's not much you can do.
I've always hated crowds.
Now we gotta wait for something big. We did get rid of his Liliana. Hey, we get that. We go for that. Now if he kills Aiden, he dies. I think he's dead no matter what. He would have to exile Aiden. Yes, there is. It's called Icos. It's called Fight of the Icos or something. It does. It's green though. There you go. Clash of the Icons. Choose one or more target creature. Remove a lore counter or put a lore counter on it. So if you wanted to try to figure out that combo of putting the lore counter, bringing it in. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Buggy Man. Bum 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 bum. This is not a good hand. That's a better one, but it's not great. I'm really hitting these shit hands here, guys. I need discard and draw. The number one thing that you need to be looking for with this hand, with these is discard and draw, and we are hitting dog shit. We need demand answers and strategic and resentful rival. Like these 2 cards right here are our entire deck. Everything else is fucking superfluous. The main mechanic are this one and this one. That is the number one thing that we need to hit off, and we're not hitting them. We're not hitting them. Betrayal. Everything else is window dressing. Everything else is fucking window dressing. Getting cards into our hand and cards in our graveyard is the only thing that matters. It is literally the only thing that matters to us. There's a win right there. Overlords and Beans use it. Yeah, it's pretty miserable. You know, it's funny that nobody looks at Overlords for a ban. Nobody fucking Usually a couple of days. True yellow. Like, it's not immediate. It's like 48 hours or something to get right with God. Okay, Demand Answers is there, which means we're in good shape. I can discard for Bitter Triumph. We can Surveil as well. I probably should put some more of these Surveil lands in there too. We'll draw that off the top. Red. Oh, he's doing it. I am playing at a slight disadvantage as well. Because I am playing rotation proof. Okay, so when he's got his graveyard loaded up, that's when we'll hit him with the Whoop-Dee. I think next turn we'll have to hit him with the Whoop-Dee. Because he's going to try to discard even more good shit, and we'll get rid of it. Yeah, we're gonna fuck him up here. He's gonna be mad as fuck. Mad as fuck right here. Get rid of that shit, bro. I ain't trying to see that. Let's Resentful it. We grab that. Val goes in there. Let's Resentful it again. Demand Answers or Bitter Triumph. I will take... I already have a Bitter Triumph. I have an Odin. I'll take a Demand Answers. Boom. Yeah, he's out of there. Okay. Hey, what's up, artists? Overlords are good but slow. They can drop on 2 and 3 respectively. I feel like one of the biggest ramp issues, I call it the Ursat's growth spiral, is Beans. You could just get rid of Beans, but Beans into Overlord of the Hauntwoods is horrid. It's draw 2 cards and gain 1 mana by turn 3, which is insane power. Just ludicrous levels of power to be able to do that. Live or Die is not bad. I think people discount Live or Die. Live or Die is not a bad one either. How you doing, Larry Mitchell? Artist X, what's up? Jake Pliskin. Okay, plays my Verge. So yeah, there is a card called Growth Spiral. You'll be no surprise that it's banned, and you'll never guess what color it is either. It is one of the most broken cards ever to be printed in the history of Magic cards. I think it's probably one of the most broken, busted pieces of Magic that maybe has ever been put down on paper. I'm serious. This mechanic itself is what causes Simic to be banned again and again and again and again and again. The very nature of it, which is put a mana and draw a card, gives you so much advantage over your opponent that they had to ban it. Seemingly, you know, out of necessity, I guess, is the right answer here. Let's do Aiden. So let's do Aiden. Aiden the Usurper. Boom. And everyone is basically scrambling to remake that that combo. If you're trying to, everyone is trying to remake Growth Spiral. It's what broke Nadu. Draw a card and put down a land. Probably one of the most broken mechanics you can give anything in Magic is draw a card and put down a land. That is one of the worst things you can do as a builder. Nadu, same thing, same problem. It got banned. Draw a card and put down a land. Guess what? It was Simic. It's part of the reason I hate Simic, because they always try to put this mechanic in Simic, and it's always fucking broken. Giving somebody card and land advantage simultaneously is an absurd thing to do. It just puts them so far ahead of it outguns aggro. No, that's what makes my channel, Trex. I might as well put broken and a red arrow in it too. Wizards, we broke format with this one card, and then a shock surprise face, and then a fucking red arrow pointing at something not specific. If we're gonna do that, choose one, put one of them in my hand. We demand answers, I guess. I'll play better cards one day. I'll do a Trex deck, and I'll play just better cards instead of just pieces of shit cards. Like I said, if Trex isn't there, you'll just see me running, you would just see me running Artisan in the Timeless queue, not understanding why it won't work. Not understanding that the sheer force of will of my desire for it to work doesn't actually count. I might do it for what's that shit called? April Fool's Day. In some shit draws here. Alright, we're gonna have to bring back Primal Odin. No. Probably not. I can no knock against Gobbler. Gobble does what a Gobble does. Gobbler, you can see that our building styles are quite incompatible, correct? Am I wild in saying that? Is that a very hurtful statement? That you can kind of see that the way we build decks are not very compatible. We don't look for the same things. We don't want the same things. Is that fair to say? Am I being cruel by saying such a thing? That we have wildly divergent play styles, play desires. You know, am I wrong for that one? He's gonna bounce that back. I did like your mono white deck was interesting. I did like that one. No, I mean Trex wants to torture his opponents. We're about to lose like something like Sunfall and all that shit. You are really, really hard pressed because they just can reanimate. They can reanimate like crazy, which is a whole other situation and issue. See, this is no good. This is slow. We have nothing. We're relying on. That's better. It's not great, but it's better. We'll put Valgs away. So we'll put you down. See, this is no good. This is slow. We have nothing. We're relying on Valgs. That's better. It's not great, but it's better. We'll put Valgs away. Put Odin in the graveyard. Okay. Next turn, I think we hit strategic. Ghost Vacuum is probably going to get real fucking spicy. Yeah, I would imagine. Okay, so we have to do strategic right now, because I don't think we can let that build. Next turn, we can do demand answers, but we need to slow him the fuck down. Tifa. I think we got a demand. Aiden, you go in. I think we got a demand here. Perfect. That works. We hit him with the strat. I think he knows he's banged up. Tifa into Aiden. I don't think that he is going to be recovered from this one. We'll do Rakdos. We gotta move quick here, boys. My voice dropped? There's another sound in the background. Oh, shoot. Sorry about that. Apologies. 0. Should be good now. Sorry about that. Let's kill Llanowar, because he might not protect Llanowar. He'll protect Tifa. Then Aiden goes off. We grab that. Yeah, it's the video monitor. My video monitor likes to show itself sometimes. So I have a window open of my own video, so I can see what it looks like. I can see the stream, and also there's mod actions that I can't take in studio. I can only take well if I have an actual window open, and it likes to just unmute itself occasionally. Mark DD, how you doing? Just put Herald and New Dawn or whatever in most decks of Swift Boots. Okay. That happens a lot. I'm still not great at this streaming thing, man. I like making videos. That's the main thing I enjoy doing, is making videos. Streaming, take it or leave it. I mean, there's fun times on streaming, but I find myself enjoying the process of editing more and more, which I never thought would be the case. I used to hate editing. Now I'm kind of so used to it that I'm like Stockholm syndrome with editing. I want to edit things on my own. I want to get better editing software. I want to learn how to edit better. YouTube is mostly editing. The content creation part does not take up a lot of time. the tedious, when you see like a cool YouTube video, what they mostly did was edit. It wasn't all about recording and everything else. It was mostly them editing video. You run Haunt Ones and Oculus together when no one does it. Probably because it's a sin, Mark DD. Probably because they're worried about their immortal soul. I would imagine that that's the reason that nobody has done that. Let's do Resentful. Jeez. Okay, we gotta run Resentful here. Holy shit, we're not getting mana. Yeah, I'll fucking take the mana. Good lord. Surveil. I'll take that mana too. Why not? Very nice. Let's do this. Liliana the Villiana.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate
Each player discards a card.
Drop it.
Does he have another fucking destroy everything? That's the question. wait to the end of the main phase. He wants to exile everything again, I think. Arden. My graveyard. Primal Odin. Goes in. Kill Lily on the Villiana.
Oh, that's my cue to leave.
Could be a board wipe, which would suck, but wouldn't be the worst thing. Sacrifice. Exile there, shelter. Okay. Nothing. Showed his hand and he had nothing. Let's draw a card here. Let's draw a removal real quick. Nah. Okay. He had all mana in his hand. Put the demon down. And its talent. Summon Primal Odin. He's gonna take that hit. Oof. This Primal Odin. Get rid of you. I guess we could have grabbed shelter, but still. Boom. Boom. Got a style on him. Nighthawk. Draw. Draw. Scry. Put that in there. We don't want that. Star Scourge. Let's push it in, guys. He's dead. Is Sansetsuken gonna kill him? No. The lowly bat. The humble bat. The humble bat. There you go. Stick around for the premiere, Gobbler. You have 15 minutes till the premiere. 40 people here. Can we get to 30 likes, though? I use more fucking rares than I did mythics lately. And I gotta open that fucking thingy. Oof. I gotta mulligan that. That's better. Get rid of you. Artifact or creature. I got neither of those, bub. I love that card. Resentful Reservation. Resentful Reservation. Let's get rid of Bitter Triumph then. Let's do this. One of them in my hand, the rest in my graveyard. See how much discard he's got. Exile a card. Get rid of that. Momentum breaker. Put that in there. Boom. Alright, how much more does he got? Because I get 1 mana, I'm good to go. Exile a card. We'll get rid of Strategic Betrayal. Okay, that didn't work. We need 1 mana here. 41%. Unholy Annex. Okay. Jeez. Okay, he's just getting free turns off me. Non-creature, non-land. He's going to take my Zombify. And that shut down the turn 4 Reanimator that I was running. Oof. There was that to hit the turn 4. To hit the 2-step 2 or 4. That's what I needed right there. Dreams of Steel and Oil. That's the second fucking non-creature, non-land. Creature, exile, boom. Well, it's all down to the top decks here. Nope. Top decks don't want it. This guy is fucking... Again, these people right here, these are the people that have been absolutely terrorized by... absolutely fucking terrorized by Cutter or something like that, where they're just at the point where their brain is broken from it. Duress. Non-creature, non-land. He's going to take my Rakdos. My Rakdos is going to be able to be castable next turn. So I can either draw a Zombify here, but I'll probably draw a mana, meaning that I would have been able to draw the Rakdos next turn, except for that it went off. Ruthless. Boom. Boom. I got my own thing going on. Okay, I finally got some card draw going. Rakdos. He's probably got another discard, which means I will never be able to hold on to that. Bandit Assailant, yeah. Discard a non-land card, decline, boom. All I need is to get one thing out here, and I think I'm okay. But good lord, man, these hard lock black spells are really whipping my ass right now. Boom, boom. Do this, get to draw, gain and drain. Boom, it's fucking mana, of course it is. What's he doing, man? Affliction, nice. Momentum breaker, nice. Boom. Naturally, why not? Naturally, why not? Yeah. Makes sense. Sure. Sure. Could have been anything. Could have been anything good, but no, it was that. If he gets a demon, he wins. And if I get a demon, I win. Ruthless Negotiation, that's not anything. Gets to draw a card. Boom, down to that. Show me the good stuff, man. Show me the good stuff. Strategic Betrayal, that's not it. Anything else but that would have been great. get rid of all that, and then fucking Unholy Annex will kill me right turn 4 before turn kills him. Because I could not draw a Zombify, a Rakdos joins up, hell, a Resentful Revelation, any one of those would have been great. We just drew garbage from there on out. Amazing. Amazing stuff right there. All right, 2 more games. I think we're going to go for the premiere of Knights of the Round. That's actually a pretty good opener. Do Raucous Theater to Surveil. We already have an Annex. I want a little bit more mana there. Make that decision. Llanowar Elves. We know what to do with Llanowar Elves, right? Has it been made perfectly clear what should be done? You got to bolt the bird. Yeah, it's aggro's fault. Listen. Black is a beautiful little child who is blameless, okay? It's aggro's fault. It's fucking aggro cutter's fault that Black is forced to that Black is forced to play that dog shit. We can't blame them. They're a little baby. They're a little teeny baby, and they're wonderful. Terra Magic will add that. Interesting. No 5 cards and we turn an enchantment. Interesting. Do I dare say a new deck? A new hot, throbbing, thick deck? Oh my... Alright. Okay. Alright. Great. Well, we got Rakdos joins up next turn. If he's on the table, you've already lost. Hit me for 4. Rakdos. There's another one. He's got a big play here. You guys like that? You like watching that? You guys like... You like when fucking 50,000 whatchamacallits come out? He's trying to get Knights of the Round out. Yeah, all those go to me. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's going to cause him to scoop right there. Hey, what's up, Jagavel? Unhealthy, yeah, an unhealthy coping strategy. Yes, this is true. Listen, I got rid of the Atalis. Grant me my Valgs. Grant me my Valgs at the very least. At the very least, grant me that kindness. All right, one more, guys. It doesn't make a monster roll. That's true. Become as Brutes you might see Become as Brutes. That gives 2 creature monster abilities. I go first. Okay. Put down a black. Put out a Resentful Revelation. Put one of them in my hand, I'll take that. Demand Answers on Kaito, the Usurper. I'm on the play here. Ooh, Freya. Like her. Let's get rid of you. Boom. Okay. There's a removal. We do need Rakdos joins up to come in eventually here. We can run a Strategic Betrayal and a Bitter Triumph, or Bitter Triumph and then Strategic Betrayal. Nice. Back fair. Poop in for 2. Discard a card. Here, Rakdos joins up. Get rid of that. We have Aiden in there, which means that we can reanimate that. Okay. We do have to worry about, just gonna put that on there. Okay, good for you, bro. Zombify. Let's run the Zombify then. I'm a bit worried about removal here or shelter by goats. Go eat more steak. Enjoy. Yeah, there's shelter. Yeah. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Boom. Okay. 1 mana would be good for Primal Odin. There's Zach Fair again. Don't be another shelter. It's another shelter. Oh my goodness. What are the fucking chances, bros? What are the fucking chances? Bitter Triumph. We gotta do this again. We're gonna discard a card. Do that. Yes, we are sure. Yes, we want to discard Primal Odin. Yes, we want to pay 2. Boom. Boom. Star Scourge. My Primal Odin. Boom. Kill you. Good lord. The dance, ladies and gentlemen. The dance goes on and on. Rebel Salvo. Very nice. We had that. Blazemire Verge. We got anything in the graveyard? No, we got nothing in the graveyard. We got Zach Fairford coming in at us, though. Oof, oof. We could always sacrifice him. Ravan, Bull of Almaga. Almigo. Which is Mark. Nice. Wicked roll. I aim to cure you of your wickedness. Amigo is my turn. Resentful Revelation. Put one of them in my hand. I will 100% put Zombify in my hand. The rest go in the boo-boo hole. Submit 0. We will go in. how to double block me. Or he can just let it through. We're going to take out Bull of Almigo. We're going to bring you back, Aiden. Okay. I think this guy may be at his wit's end here. Corey still cutter once again. Gonna give me a good hit. For sure. I could just explode him with fucking, I could just explode him with Rakdos joins up. We might as well. Choose a legendary witch to keep. I'll keep that one. And then Rakdos could finish the job. Nice. I played this deck a lot. A respectable 60% win rate. At least on the ladder. Not bad. Biggest issue that I have with it is... By the way, guys, the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... The last 7 games were against only Mardu colors. Red, black, and white. We never saw green or blue for 9 games, which is kind of funny. Pretty fun. I feel like I dialed it in. Full hell with Odin. I wanted to get an Odin deck in there, and I think I did a good job with it. We aren't able to get Odin kills, but it puts a lot of pressure on the board for people to react. And that's really the main thing. And that art is sick, so, you know, that's what matters. But we're going to leave that one right there for now. I hope you liked it.